All right, so firstly, I want to look at Lilith. If you haven't seen video on Lilith, right there. All right, so we know all this. We know all this. Increase extra blood health by 2 video while decreasing base health by 125. Scaling by 125. 50, 500, 600. So you can have like no health, but all blood health. That's worth it, right? My question is with Lilith, can you heal blood health? Can another support heal blood health? This card's good. Soul support. Shit, double. I mean, okay, double support. Shield. For 1.75. This card's terrible. This is the worst card I've ever seen. Interesting. The ammo to 2 increasing projectile speed. That's fascinating. Zoom in a bit. Oh yeah. Reveal them to your team. They could be good. Ally's movement speed. 5% probably. You can only have 1 blood hex out, right? Maybe at 5% that card's good. 4% feels a bit underwhelming. A bit, not a ton, but a bit. Is this card buffed by this? No, it's not. Okay, I wanted to read that. Reduced blood cost of Death Wings. Enemy is marked. Okay. I mean, these are interesting cards. Blood Swarm cost. Oh, ooh, this is a good card. I like this. Waning Moon. I like this card. I don't like this. Increased vertical movement. That card could be pretty good for certain maps. All CDs are 2 seconds. Then this card doesn't work. Blood Hex has to be higher, right? I would assume 3 seconds. Yeah, I would assume they're all 3 seconds based on this card, because it couldn't be 2 seconds with this card. I don't think this is worth it. I don't think this is worth it. Damage taken after Death Wings, that could be good. Lateral movement, damage and healing. Reduce its duration. Ooh, that's gonna have to be mathed out. This needs to be mathed out, this card with Swarm. Duration versus percent increase, so you have to take base number. Yeah, I'll deal with that later. Crowd control for allies within. Ooh, that's a cool card. I like this card. I like this card. This is a nice card. This is a nice card. Max blood HP is a must. So FICO, my only thing about that card is can allies heal blood health? That's my question. Because if you're on a double support comp, it might not be worth it, but it still probably is worth it. This is a cool card though. I like this. Radius, increase its cost. 2% is not worth it. This needs to be at 3 or 4%. 3% maybe. I would assume no, Fish, though I'm not sure. My assumption is no. That's a cool skin. Sick gold skin. Art at least. Okay, scroll down. Event pass, rewards, don't care. I honestly have never been a big fan. I mean, this is just Vora. I think it looks sick though. I think the skins are cool. I'm not a big skin person though. Don't really care about skins or borders. I like the new IO. General updates. Okay. New rank split. Siege Rouse Schism. Long overdue enemy bots. As an additional content. Okay, don't care. New champions added. Okay, bots. New bots. Okay, great. New rewards. Siege Beyond. I found this new Siege Beyond change fascinating with the new payload. I'm actually gonna play this because it feels like old, way back in the day, Paladins, where the payload would push. You'd fight for a middle objective, and whoever won it, the payload would push to the other side. When the payload pushed to the other side, it would try to destroy a gate, and the enemies have to kill the cart, which is fascinating. So actually, I will be trying this Siege Beyond. I think it could be good. I think this could actually be good, the prototype cart. There's some interesting and fascinating things about this. I might be way more interested in this than the first Schism and Siege Beyond. Why did they keep Timber? Like, who in the community feedback told them to keep Timber? Frozen Guard, I understand. Splitstone, I don't get. Like, who wants them to keep Timber outside of like flank players and ruckus players? Who wants to keep Timber? Who? I'm feeling like a fucking owl, but like, Bro, it is like probably the worst map in the game, except for flank players. I barely saw much of it. Okay, Azan nerfs. Base health. Passive DR. Okay, thank you. They nerfed it. And I think it should just be removed, honestly. I genuinely think this is why I'm frustrated. I don't like this fucking base DR shit. I don't like it. They should have just kept the health and just removed the DR. Like, the DR is uncounterable. I don't like the champion design of Azan and Yag. I'm just gonna keep saying that, but honestly, like, I would rather them increase the health to 5k, get rid of the DR, because health is counterable by in-game mechanics. DR isn't. I'm gonna keep that opinion for the rest of my life. This is so dumb. I hate this champion design. I hate the champion design. I hate the design of this. Conviction is this is movement, right? Reduce stun duration. Literally remove the stun. Remove the stun off dash. Remove it, and Azan is in a better spot because it's so inconsistent. Why have the stun in the game when it's not when it doesn't work? Just remove it. Just like old Shaolin Impale. I don't understand. Just remove it. No, it's not a buff, it's a nerf. The Fury Exterminate. And I'll tell you guys why once we get down there. I can tell you now, it's resilience. It's supposed to be a nerf. Well, I'd have to look at specific numbers, but what they're trying to do is reduce the initial impact of it. So when you have Resi 3, you're not getting bursted. But if you decide to stay in the beam and you don't buy resilience, then you'll get punished for it. But it's encouraging players to buy resilience, because if you're not, now you're being punished harder. But you're literally forced to buy resilience against Exterminate. And now if players have resilience, it is weaker. It is now weaker. Tinkerin, love this buff. Love this. Barricade, alt fire, increase. What? They increased the health on Barricade. Why? Why? Who the fuck thought that was a good idea? Barrick was already in a fine spot. What? What? I don't understand that buff. That makes no sense. Am I wrong, chat? I think Barrick was in a great spot, a fine spot. I love shooting. Are they doing this so it encourages other gameplay styles except for Fortify? And if they were doing that, then you nerf Fortify but buff the base health. You power shift him. I don't understand this buff. I literally don't understand this buff. If their purpose was to discourage Fortify gameplay, then you buff the base health but decrease Fortify, the Fortify bonus. I don't understand this change. Makes zero sense. Nah, I dev commentary. Okay. I was like, where's the dev ha! Fuck. There needs to be there has to be a dev commentary for this. So like, if you're trying to do what I'm saying is discourage Fortify gameplay, then you decrease this to like 1500, but increase the base health. You power shift him, and then you buff Tinkerin to encourage other gameplay. Here, you're just saying, hey, look at Fortify. It's even better now. Why look at this? Why look at this when we got Fortify? I hate this change. Terrible change. That's frustrating. That's actually frustrating. It makes no sense. I need somebody to explain this to me. But okay, moving on. Betty La Bamba in hand. Fire rate, okay, max ammo, blah, 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 blah. Damage per jump, good change. I like this. I think they power shifted her slightly because they decreased the cooldown and got a bounce, which I like, but they also nerfed this, that's fine. Nerf the damage, use it more for mobility, less for damage. Alt buff, kind of needed it, honestly. Locks you in place, yes! I wanted this change, honestly. Because you can go up in the air and now cast it in the air. I love this. This is such a good change. An amazing change. Got a bounce card, Eureka moment, decrease damage. Okay, fair. That's a fair change. Library Genius, old. Increase the time for your in-hand hits with a grenade launcher. Increases the reload speed. Ooh! This is like a Bomb King. Wait. By 5%? Stacking up to 3 times? It's decent. It's decent. Sentiment that Betty La Bamba has a few aspects that are misaligned. That's her play experience, namely, her ultimate felt underwhelming. True. Her ability can be frustrating to play against. So why? So is this what they found frustrating, players? The Goomba Stomp? I assume this is it. This is what they did, because they also buffed her mobility. Okay, so I honestly a fine change. Quality buffs, including ability. Got a balance. Additionally, tuning up our car. Okay, Furia. Okay. Furia Exterminate is a nerf if the enemy team buys resilience. It is a buff if they don't buy resilience. Let's get it out there and get it straight. Let's get the facts straight. I'm not looking specifically, and I haven't done the math on it, but in theory, looking at it at first, it is a nerf with resi. It is a buff without resi. I'll leave it at that. Generate ammo after elim. This is okay, but I don't think it replaces heal ammo, because I always have issues with elim cards, chat. As a support, I have a major gripe with elim cards. A major gripe with elim cards. Major gripe, which is if your team is losing, you are being punished for running elim cards. That's why I never run elim cards on supports, because you need to be consistent as a support. You can't be snowbally. Unless you're in a double support comp, then you can make an argument. But for single supports, you cannot be inconsistent. You got to be consistent for your team. Lightforged increases your target's movement speed 5% for 1.5 seconds. I mean, that's good. That's actually really good. I like this card. I think this card's gonna be, you run this card now. I thought Lightforged for yourself, if you increase it to 1.25, it would have been meta. Now you're buffing allies' movement speed. I like the change. I think either could have worked. I really like this. Exterminate is a talent that's very sensible. That can be very sensible balance. Quick shifting between too powerful, seemingly useless. Or where players to ensure enemies are stuck being with death or preventing feeling. Yeah, okay. They're literally just power shifting it. That's fine. Totemic ward. I like this change. This is good. Binary star. I like this. Honestly, like, they needed to do this. Binary star, like, this, the initial change was terrible, but reduces your ammo to 100. That, he does not do a, well, how much is it per shot? I don't remember off the top of my head. 360 every 0.5. And ammo. 3600. 3600 over 5 seconds. You can do 3600 damage over 5 seconds without reloading. I mean, we'll see. This is testing. Plus head, yeah. That's without headshots. And headshots on Genos. Headshots in Paladins is already inconsistent, but headshot with Genos is even more inconsistent because what they should do for binary for another quality of life is make it a actual hit scan, because it's not actually hit scan binary. Well, it depends on your definition, because yes, you point and click, but the bullet is random. It's randomized hit scan. Reduce lifesteal. Wow. Increases your max ammo by 10%. I like this change. This is actually a smart change, because if they kept it here, binary wouldn't have changed. Like whatsoever. Leon's shield now increases base recharge rate of shield by 20% for a total of 100 non-talent base. All right, Kinessa, Eagle Eye, current. You have 2 additional. Wait, this is broken. Wait. 2 additional pressure mines out at one time, and you throw out 2 mines per use of ability. Can we just take a look at this game and have an understanding that this should not have happened? Mines is actually one low-key, the most AIDS thing in the game. Why the fuck would they do that? Where's the video? Is this the video? I played Kinessa Mine this game? Where's my damage? Like, you do such fucking dumb damage with mines. Imagine if you're on controller doing this. You can't even aim at the fucking mines. And no offense to controller players. I've been on controller. It is hard. Why would they buff? Why? What? Why? You can literally have no cooldown on your mines. Did they, hold on, wait. Did they change any, they didn't even change. What? Everybody's gonna hate this. Everybody. I don't think anybody's gonna like this. It's gonna be so troll to play and nobody's gonna like playing against it. There's no way.
Wait till you see the. No.
Bro. This is gonna be absolute cancer. One of the most cancer things Paladins has ever released. Mending Spirits, Alt Fire. Now refund some cooldown if you miss. Pungent Gourd. Wait, what? I didn't understand it. I just don't understand this. So, like, did they remove the card? Can somebody explain this to me, chat? Because I don't understand. So, like, did they remove the card that refunds? Or do you now have to run less of the card to get more? Will be okay. Did they say this here? No, they should have explained this because this literally makes zero sense. Eerie Presence. Okay, that's great. Why don't they add it to Ying? Did they? Is there Ying changes? Why wouldn't they add Eerie Presence to Ying? I don't understand. Ying might be meta if they add it to her because hitting your right click is inconsistent sometimes. You can be the best player in the world and still miss because your ally is an idiot. I actually don't understand why they won't do this to Ying, or if they can't. I'm curious if they can't do it. Ying needs this. Ying needs this. Oh, wow! Finally! Thank you, Nico. Vatu, hand cannon, understandable nerf. Reduce recharge rate. Wow. Damn. They're hitting fucking Sati pretty hard with these two changes. It might seem small on the surface, but this is a big fucking deal. Okay, the big change. The one I read about already that I think is actually really interesting. Saris, Rensoul, increased cooldown, increased damage, increased healing received, yada, 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 whatever. Ultimate can now reactivate to detonate mid-air. Bruh, this is an amazing change. As a Saris hater, one of Saris's biggest problems was her ultimate is really hard to hit against better players, against people who are like baby seals, like fucking baby deer ankles, can't stand on two legs. Like, yeah, this ultimate's good because they don't know how to counter it, but against decent players, it's uncounterable, or it's super counterable. But now that you can activate it midair, most of the things blocking Saris ult are now irrelevant. Fernando shield, Barrack shield, Termi Siphon. Termi Siphon can look up, but it's gonna be harder. This is actually a really good change. I like this. Now, the biggest change, I think, is Agony. The current effects now applied base. They finally did it, chat! I've been asking for 2+ years for this change. I've been asking for this change for 2+ years. I've been asking for this for so fucking long. For so fucking long, man. If anybody's been with me for a while, chat, if anybody here has been with me for a long while, you know I have been preaching this for Saris. Preaching this for Saris. Preaching. And they finally did it. Okay, but there's a caveat there. There's an asterisk. I always said that it needed to be scaled down base kit or else it'll be broken. Okay? I think this is actually fucking broken. I think they're going to have to nerf the stun duration from 1.5 down to 1, maybe lower. Because having it base kit is actually kind of broken. But it's a good change because Saris needed some sort of utility to make her good. Agony currently, when you have four charges, is 1.5 second stun, which is an eternity in Paladin's time. Like, it is an eternity. You feel like you're literally sucked into the abyss when you're fucking sitting there. No, it's 1.5, fish. It's an eternity. Yeah, what I said, if you're adding Agony base kit, you scale it. 1 charge is 0.2 seconds. 2 charges is 0.4. 3 charges is 0.5 or 0.6 and then 0.8. So I think this is fucking broken. I think this is an amazing change. One of the best changes they have ever made, but it needs to be power shifted because right now, Saris is kind of fucking broken. I think Saris is really good next patch. Like probably S tier. Because of this change as well, for each stack of soul orb detonated by Ren Soul, your next Restore Soul ignores 5% of anti-healing, up to 25%. Right now in the current meta, us supports have been fucking smacked around for 4 months in a row without a single good thing happening to us and all being negative. The caught changes, literally just the caught changes, have fucked us as support mains. Fucked us. Absolutely destroyed us. Because first of all, it's now 90% caught. Oh, Fish, you're going to understand this one. This is why I'm so frustrated with this change. Do you remember when caught used to be 90%, but then they nerfed all healers across the board and then decreased it to 75% cauterize? They buffed it back to 90% and did not buff a single fucking support. Maybe small little changes here and there, but they didn't buff a single goddamn support. So now healing already felt underwhelming at 90%, and now it comes online so fucking fast that it feels like you literally feel you have to play Furia or like a Ray to feel like you're doing something late game. Or sorry, 5 minutes into the fucking game to feel like you're doing something at this point. So with that being said, outside of that rant, I think this is actually really fucking good. Like this is really good. And if you're blowing up those 5 stacks, you now stun people for 1.5 seconds. So like, yeah, I'm indifferent, or like I'm really on the fence with the Saris change because they finally applied it base kit, but I think it needs to be nerfed. I'm okay with caught coming online at 10 minutes. Oh yeah, with the caught changes, now 5 people have access to cauterize to 90% caught instead of 4. And people don't understand when you have supports in the game like Grover, like Genos, like Furia, like Ying, like somewhat Grok, like Io, like Corvus, even Ray, supports that can well, less Grover, I would say, consistently hit auto attacks from long range. You're now having a 5th application of cauterize. And that was a hard fucking nerf to supports. Having a 5th character that can apply cauterize. It's actually a massive problem. Can we just like take a look at how low Strix is? Also, the stats are updating tonight on Realm Stats, but Strix is dog shit. Why would they nerf him? Strix has been dog shit for 3 patches or 2 patches. You're on Windows 11. Yeah, I am on Windows 11. Why the fuck would it's such a small nerf, right? Don't get me wrong. It's a small nerf, but why the fuck would they nerf him? That blows my mind. Kunai, increase in effective range. Okay, that's fine. He pokes a little bit more. Yeah, the dev commentary explains this one really well. Vatu, increase effective range, increase minimum damage done at maximum range, minimum damage done at maximum range. Oh, okay, interesting. He just pokes more now. He pokes more before he goes in. Again, I don't think this is the right nerf. I really don't. Like, this isn't the right nerf. Oh, I don't get it. Why are they against nerfing your DR? Like, I just don't understand. I need to have another conversation with Nico to understand the process of thinking her nerfing health instead of DR is the play. DR is literally uncounterable in Paladins. Now they're killing. No, Lisa, I hard disagree. She's in a fine spot still. This is going to do nothing to her. 250 health is nothing. DR is uncounterable while health actually has counters. So why not nerf her just DR instead of health? I'd rather have a champion with 9,000 health with no DR than 6,000 health with 30% DR. In my opinion. Like, Because 9,000 health, it has a lot more counters. Cauterize comes into play. Like, fuck DR, man. Fuck DR in these tanks. Stop it. Okay, OP has no counter. Yeah. Oh no, Rom is so OP. Like, bro, because like they like kind of got rid of the DR in Rom, or like he doesn't have much DR, but he has a ton of health. But guess what? He's not very good. He's like, he has specific situations where he is good, but for the most part, he's not good. Well, on the other hand, Yag and Azan run the fucking game right now and literally are killing the game. She's not easily, I hard disagree, Lisa. She is not easily counterable. I think against the worst Yags in the game, not easily counterable. But Yag has had a 60% win rate for multiple patches in a row. Like 3 patches in a row, nerfed. 3 patches in a row, 60% win rate. She is the most broken champion Paladins ever released. And I know many people who quit the game because she's in the game. I don't know. I think overall, chat, these changes are good, but I think there's some really fucking weird changes. Like, changes that make 0 sense. Don't see the DR. I don't either, Leo. I want to get a hold of Nico and have the tank conversation with him sooner rather than later. Because I really need an explanation. Badly. I don't know. This change, weird. Just nerf the DR. Nerf the DR more. Leave his health. Barrick, I don't understand that. I literally don't understand this change. It makes 0 sense buffing for this. 0. None. Literally makes no sense to buff his shield health. None. Not a single chance. Makes 0 sense. Betty changes, great. Love them. Love the Betty changes. Furia changes, great. Nerfed Exterminate, but now forces more resi. Lightforge, great. Brock, great. Genos, we'll see. Khan, Leon Shield, maybe meta. This Eagle Eye literally is the most cancer thing I've ever seen. Kinessa Mines is already cancer. It is not fun to play against and is so troll to play. And the enemy team is literally playing Minesweeper. Like, you're literally opening up Minesweeper playing against this build. I'm trying to play Paladins. Putting Mending Spirits base kit refund, fine. I love this change in Damba. This card is interesting. I might fuck around with it, but I think I don't like this. Wait. I actually don't like this change. Because here's the thing. Increase you and your allies' movement speed by 5% while on the court. A lot of the time, in most compositions, you're not stacking. So you're only getting one person with this, maybe yourself, with 5% movement speed. Damba already has a card like that. So I get what they're going for, but he literally already has Swift Spirits, which has more applications and consistent applications. So why the hell would you ever run this card? Right? I get it. I get what they're going for, but it's not it. This missed. I think this card change missed the mark. Pip, great change. Change for the sake of change? Yeah, I think so. Missed the mark though. Sati nerfs, great. Saris, an amazing change, but this needs to be nerfed. Agony base kits need to be nerfed. What's up, Vikings? How you doing? This needs to be nerfed. I love the Agony change, but it needs to be nerfed. I'm calling it before it happens. It needs to be nerfed. Strix nerf, I literally don't like this. Like, some of these changes really fucking missed the mark. I'm not gonna lie. And then, yeah, I don't know. There's some really high highs in this, but there's some really low lows in this patch note. I'm not gonna lie. Like, we're hitting the highs and the lows of the lows for me. But, all right, that's the patch notes, chat. If you guys want to see any of my opinions on things, feel free to ask, but you can also watch the VOD for more in-depth and detailed responses.